This competition is gonna be huge, and it all starts right now.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're taking a deep dive into the Tournament of All-Stars, recapping the season's biggest moments so far, and dishing out our own predictions for what's to come after the merger.
The next queens have no idea what they're in for. It's about to be stunts, shows, and shenanigans.
With the game entering a whole new phase, we're expecting the alliances to get even tighter, and the messy drama to hit new highs, or lows depending on how you see it. Now that many of her favorites have come together, the real question is, who will Mama Ru make her face shine the brightest upon? We're here to guide you through it all.
All-Stars, are you ready for the games to begin?
Yes.
Bracket 1.
At the end of this 3-episode bracket, the 3 All-Stars with the most points from this bracket will advance to the semifinals.
Considering it's been nearly a decade since the first bracket, a refresher is well overdue. This group featured Aja, Bosco, Deja Sky, Irene the Alien, Olivia Lux, and Phoenix, all returning with something to prove. But no one more than Irene, who was eliminated first on her original season.
Irene Dubois, you may have been here one night only, but you'll be in our hearts forever and a day. Now, sashay away.
Thank you all.
The Seattle Queen dominated the bracket, excelling in the performance, improv, and makeover challenges, and landing in the top 2 every episode. Perhaps her biggest competition was none other than her Seattle sister Bosco, who returned after undergoing a full transformation, not just in her physical appearance, but also in her drag.
And I'm really proud of what I did, but my main goal this season is to kick my own ass. Like if I was competing against myself in season 14, I want to bury that hooker.
Irene and Bosco became the first 2 to secure their place in the semifinals after both emerged as the top queens once again in the 3rd episode. Following the final points ceremony, they were joined by Aja, who placed in the top 2 in the premiere and managed to creep her way into the next round through her multiple alliances.
It goes to Aja.
Yes.
Bracket 2. After the first bracket teased a bit of drama, the second made it the main attraction.
There's drama in the room. I'm like, I just can't help but walk towards it.
This new group, Jorgeous, Carrie Colby, Lydia B. Collins, Mistress Isabel Brooks, Nicole Paige Brooks, no relation, and Tina Burner, wasted no time in stirring the pot. Mistress came in promising stunts, shows, and shenanigans, and she immediately delivered by reigniting her online feud with Tina.
We can get it together if we really want to go there.
Baby.
Check my credentials, honey.
Hey, listen, let's see if the longevity's there. When you have the career later, you know what I'm saying?
Girl, I'm not talking to you. Bye, Ronald.
But things took a wild turn in the 2nd episode when Mistress sweet-talked Carrie and Nicole into giving their MVQ points to her and Jorgeous, only to then swap her own point with Jorgeous.
And as Nicole said, we're keeping the Brooks in the family, and we're not really related, so here's my point, Jorgeous. I love you, sister. And let me get my badge. Period. And it's given, I'm sorry, I should have been at the top. We should have been at the top, so now we're even.
The surprise standout of the bunch, however, was Lydia, who had barely unpacked her bags from season 17 when she got the call to return. Going up against more experienced queens, Lydia proved to be a formidable competitor, clinching 2 wins and a fresh induction into the Brooks family.
I have aligned myself with Mistress at this point. This could either help me, or it could completely destroy me. I don't know if she's gonna turn on me and throw me under the bus, or if she's gonna help me out, you know?
And because Mistress cannot resist drama, she closed the bracket with one last stunt to secure her spot in the next round.
I did tell Carrie I was going to give her my point, and I do think she did very well this challenge. However, I knew she was going to be a fake bitch and not give me her point. So I gave my point to Lydia.
Bracket 3. Following the chaotic second group, the 3rd bracket landed with a bit of a thud. This drop in enthusiasm largely stemmed from accusations of favoritism towards one queen.
I hope they continue to appreciate and acknowledge my accomplishments and not try to undermine me or knock me out of the competition.
The group featured Acid Betty, Alyssa Hunter, Cynthia Lee Fontaine, Dia Betty, Denali, and Ginger Minge, who was back for a 4th time. From the start, the odds seemed stacked in Ginger's favor, as all 3 challenges leaned heavily on comedy, her specialty.
I'm Shelley, the good witch of the water.
I like sexting on my shell phone, being surrounded by seamen, and all types of water sports.
Unsurprisingly, Ginger landed in the top 2 each week and coasted into the semifinals. Meanwhile, the show seemed to stick with Denali's robbed edit from her original season, as she lost a hotly contested lip sync against Ginger and narrowly missed out on advancing. With little real tension in this bracket, Daya attempted to stir up drama by insisting that Alyssa had all but promised her a point, only to give it to Cynthia instead.
Because to me, you are not the best in your group. That's my personal thing. That's why I don't give you the
Totally,
point,
but what you said,
okay?
sweetheart, was you're doing it based off of...
Consistently. Cynthia is being consistently, and she did much better than you. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Not that it mattered anyway. Daya still made it into the semifinals, and Cynthia squeaked through on the goodwill of her fellow queens.
She beat Cancer. She makes everyone happy. My vote is for Cuckoo, Cynthia Lee Fontaine.
Predictions. Now that we're all caught up, let's play Psychic and predict how the final 3 episodes of All Stars 10 will play out.
Mirror, mirror, crystal ball. Tell Pusey it all.
Who will shine in the challenges? Who might butt heads? Which queen could return as the wild card? And who will ultimately join the Drag Race Hall of Fame?
I'm back for the Tournament of All-Stars because I want the crown. I'm getting so close to it. Now all I have to do is cross the finish line.
We promise this is just speculation. We haven't seen any spoilers. Going by the previews, the first episode will see the queens return for everyone's favorite challenge, the Snatch Game.
It's time for the Tournament of All-Stars Snatch Game.
I didn't realize you could smell that.
Is that shade?
This will be yet another moment for Ginger to shine. She's already snagged 2 Snatch Game wins in previous seasons, so she definitely has the upper hand here.
It's a song. It is a song, but it's...
Did I sing it?
No, you did not sing it. It's a smoky...
So it's not a good song. Probably still won an award for it anyway.
Probably.
But don't sleep on Bosco or Irene, both of whom crushed the improv challenge earlier in the season. The previews also teased a spat between Ginger and Mistress just before the Snatch Game, so we're guessing they probably picked the same character and now have to duke it out over who gets to change course.
Ginger, can you come here, babe?
Bitch, you have no chill.
I think Ginger's gonna flop.
Sadly, history will likely repeat itself as we predict Cynthia will once again fall short in the Snatch Game and be eliminated, although her miscongeniality crown remains secure. Up next, we'll likely head into a good old-fashioned ball, with each queen serving 2 looks they brought from home and 1 created in the workroom. Unless there's another surprise comedy twist, queens with design and construction skills like Bosco, Daya, Irene, and Lydia will have the edge here.
How many outfits did you do yours on your season?
So all of my runway looks were me?
All of your runway?
You heard that correct. What? Yeah, y'all shaking now.
However, we see this win going to the Demon Queen turned trans icon Bosco. Meanwhile, expect the messy drama to continue, considering Mistress is still in the game and now has multiple hot-headed queens to contend with.
This just shows me the girls are not ready to play this game because what did you think this is gonna be? Happy fun time? No ma'am. Everyone knows you don't trust a fat, nasty bitch.
Having easily manipulated her way through the bracket, she may finally clash with a worthy rival like Aja or Daya, setting the stage for a fiery untucked showdown, the likes of which we haven't seen since season 11.
I said it to your face, I said it to the cameras, I'll say it to the girls. If we cool, I'm gonna lie to you like your sisters do. No, is that what makes you happy?
If the penultimate episode ends up being a girl group challenge instead, then that changes everything. Jorgeous has already proven that she can slay a performance and write a sickening verse, either by herself or with ghostwriting assistance from Megami, allegedly.
Speaking of Mistress, let's be for real. You're looking like Godzilla in a 1-inch heel. You talk the most, yet say the least. To quote Alyssa Edwards.
Throw in RuPaul's undying love for her, and she is clearly the one to beat. Still, Aja, Bosco, and Daya would give her a run for her money. This could also be where Mistress stumbles, either due to her weaker performance skills or her villain arc catching up to her. We fully expect the producers to milk as much drama as humanly possible from her downfall.
Let me be the first to just tell everyone, playing fair 100% of the time does not get you shit. No. All the girls who are in positions of power be people over. Yes, ma'am.
Girl, 'cause
That's
right
just the
now-
tea.
The Lip Sync Smackdown for the crown will certainly come in the grand finale, with one previously eliminated queen returning.
Prior to the grand finale, each of our regular judges will choose one eliminated all-star to be entered into the wild card lottery.
As all 5 main judges except RuPaul have been tasked with nominating one queen, we predict those spots will go to Acid Betty, Deja Skye, Denali, Nicole Paige Brooks, and Tina Burner, with Denali ultimately winning the wildcard spot. Let's say Denali is made to go first and gets to pick her opponent. She will likely choose Ginger in hopes of redeeming herself from her last lip sync loss and finally clinching a win. However, we predict that she will be given the same treatment as Silky Nutmeg Ganache, who delivered unforgettable lip syncs on All-Star 6 but ultimately fell just short of the finals.
Dr. Reverend Silky Nutmeg Ganache. From this moment on, there is only one word to describe you. Legendary!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. For the remainder of the Lip Sync Smackdown, we predict Aja will go up against Jorgeous and shockingly lose. Bosco will then take on fellow fan favorite Lydia B. Collins in a nail-biter of a battle and win narrowly.
Whenever you're ready, Rue.
I'm right about there.
All right, I'm gonna leave it here for you, okay? Mwah. Love you, mother.
The final preliminary round will likely see Daya and Irene battle it out to a spooky ookie song, with Irene coming out on top. That leaves us with a top 4 of Bosco, Ginger, Irene, and Jorgeous. Bosco and Jorgeous will face off in a rematch of their Heartbreak Hotel lip sync from season 14, with Bosco redeeming herself and winning.
The drag gods have spoken! Bosco, congratulations, you are safe to slay another day!
Ginger and Irene will then duke it out to an emotional or comedic number, which will favor Ginger's Park and Bark style. In the end, following what we imagine will be a rather underwhelming final showdown, Ginger Minge will be crowned the winner of All Stars 10.
I am a legend. Kiss the glamour toad and give me that crown.
Ginger Minge is hoping the 4th time is a charm.
So, there you have it. Do you agree with our predictions? Who do you think will return as the wild card and who will snatch the crown? Drop your own predictions in the comments below.
I can see right through you.
This thing, just wait 1 second. I think it's not hooked up to the Wi-Fi. Does anyone have the Wi-Fi password for this?